Good morning, students. I heartily welcome you all for the academic year 2020-2021. Students, we know that since last 5 to 6 months, we are all fed up with hearing the words like Corona, COVID-19, lockdown, seal down, etc. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the entire world, and the worst affected sector is especially the educational sector. All your classroom mode of learning has been completely stopped since the day of lockdown. But with the intention of providing continuous education, the University of Mysore, Department of Collegiate Education have initiated online mode of learning from 7th September 2020. As a part of e-learning, in this semester, we are offering you series of video lectures, Google Meets, Google Class, etc. Students, in this semester, we are offering a paper titled System Software and Operating System. This is an elective paper which comes under the category of discipline specific elective. So as a part of e-learning or online mode of learning, this is my first video lecture. Myself, Dr. K.S. Manjunath, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science, Maharani Science College for Women, Mysore. So in this first video lecture, I'm going to give you a brief introduction to software. The main objectives of this session is to give an introduction to software. That is, we will discuss what is hardware, what is software, etc. I'll discuss about an overview of software categories or software types. What are the different types of software available? Next, we'll discuss about an introduction to an operating system. I'll give a definition of what is an operating system, what are all the different functions of an operating system, and we'll discuss about the broad categories of operating system, how the operating system have been classified based on its functionality. After attending this session, you should be in a position to understand what is hardware, what is software, how softwares are categorized, or what are the different types of softwares, and what is an operating system, why we need operating system in a computer system, what are the basic functions of an operating system, and what are the different types of operating system or different categories of operating system. We know that a program is nothing but set of very well defined or very clear instruction given to the computer to solve a problem. So a program tells the computer what it has to do. Suppose if you want to add two numbers, then the program, first line in the program could be accepting the value of first number A, second line could be accepting the value of B, third line could be a computation step C equal to A plus B, and the last line could be displaying the result, print C. So every line in a program tells the computer to carry out specific task. The set of all the instructions together, we call it a program. Sometimes to solve a specific problem, one program is not enough. In that case, we have to write several programs and we have to integrate them together to achieve our objective. Such a set of programs that allows the user to solve a specific problem on a computer, we call it as a software. So software is generally allows the communication between a user and the computer system or the computer hardware. Without software, your hardware has no meaning at all, and it will not function at all. So software provides a life to a hardware. To understand the difference between hardware and a software, you consider your audio player or a CD player. So here, the CD player we can touch and see. That's considered as a hardware. CD we can touch and see. That's also a hardware. But the songs inside your CD cannot be touched and see. It can be only what you call felt. So in such a, so that is called a software. The hardwares are nothing but physical components that we can touch and see. Software is nothing but set of programs to solve a specific problem. Software includes programs, procedures, and associated document. Associated document tells how the software should be used. Softwares are broadly classified into two types: system software and application software. Those software which are needed for the computer system to do some functioning is considered as a system software. So system software is not for the users, it is for the computer system, because a computer itself requires certain software to start and operate the computer. So generally system software controls and monitors the different activities of a computer system. With the help of system software, we can manage the different resources of a computer system. A system software makes the computer system very convenient and very easy to use. With the help of system software, we can develop what is known as application software that I will discuss later. System software examples are operating system, compiler, assembler, loader, linker, etc. So the main intention of this session, or main intention of this entire semester, is to study completely about the operating system. Probably in your first semester, second semester, you might have heard the functioning of a compiler. A compiler is a translator which translates the program written in a high-level language to machine-level language. Similarly, assembler is another system software which translates the program written in assembly-level language to machine-level language. Loader is a system program which loads the object program into memory and makes it ready for execution. To understand the difference between a system software and an application software, you consider the simple example of preparation of some 3 sweets like Jahangir, Jamun, Jalebi, etc. To prepare all these sweets, the basic ingredient we require is sugar and water. So in that case, sugar and water, using which we can prepare the different sweets. The different sweets which are prepared out of sugar and water are considered as a system software, because system software always acts as a foundation software. Once the foundation is there, later you can construct either a building, you can construct a house, you can construct an apartment, etc. So the different buildings which are constructed over that foundation are nothing but application software. In this example, sugar and water could be system software, and the different sweets which are prepared out of that water and sugar can be considered as application software. So without the system software, you cannot develop application software. System software provides the platform or the foundation for developing application software. One thing you should remember, system software is not for solving any user problem. It is generally required for a computer system for basic functioning. Application software, as the name indicates, that are written for solving specific user problem. So the application software varies from problem to problem, or application to application. And depending on your requirement, you can install different application software. Suppose I want to type a letter, I want to process the data, I want to present a skill, etc. In that case, you can install MS Office. Suppose I want to work with accounting, I want to prepare a balance sheet, I want to prepare a statement, etc. In that case, you can go for installing Tally. So different application software is for different purpose. Compared to system software, developing application software is easy, because system software generally require more knowledge about your computer hardware, computer memory, CPU, etc. Some of the popular application software are payroll package, that is generally used for printing the month salary of every employee in an organization, college management system, MS Office, Tally, etc. The basic difference is application software is for solving specific user problem, whereas system software is for the basic functioning of a computer system. Okay, so a system software can interact with the computer hardware. An application software cannot directly interact with the computer hardware. Out of all the system software, like compiler, interpreter, assembler, loader, linker, etc., one system software is very, very essential in a computer system. The most essential system software that in a computer system is your operating system. The operating system acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware at the computer system. So it acts as a middleman. The user is at the one end, the computer hardware at the computer system at the other end. The user wants to have a communication with the computer system, then all his communication should pass through an operating system. That's why operating system acts as an intermediary software between the user and the computer system. When compared to all the remaining system software, the most essential and the most, it's a compulsory software that must be there in your computer system. To understand what is an operating system, you consider the example of a car. Assume that you have a beautiful car with facilities like cushion seats, ACs, audio system, etc. But what is most important? The driver of the car. Without the driver, proper driving, or without the proper driver, all your resources, all your facility will be useless. The car, which is, if the driver is not proper, what happens is the car, which is supposed to be in front of your gate, will be in the garage. So, an operating system acts as a driver of your car. Another important function of an operating system is it makes the computer system very convenient to use. Nowadays, a computer can be used even by a layman. The environment was created by the operating system. Operating system shields the technical issues or the technical complexity from the user point of view. For the user, the computer system is very, very easy to use because all the, you need not remember any command, etc. Anyway, I'll come to that from the function of an operating system later. It makes the computer system very convenient to use. Some of the popular operating systems are disk operating system or DOS, Unix, Linux, Windows, etc. Let us consider the various functions of an operating system one by one. Resource manager. An operating system manages the resources available in a computer system so that resources are used in an optimally and in a most efficient manner. To understand what is resource management means, you consider the example. Assume that in your house, there are some 3 family members, a 90-year-old man, a 2-year baby, and a 25-year young man. So these are the 3 users. Assume that on one particular day in your house, you have some 12 chapatis or 12 dosas. So that is the resource. Then if you distribute the resource size, then what happens is the share of each user will be 4-4. You have 12 chapatis and 3 users are competing, or 3 people are waiting for that one. Then if you distribute like that, then each will get 4-4. But a 1-year baby cannot eat 4 chapati. For it, the 3, it's almost a wastage. For a 90-year-old man, he cannot eat 4 chapati. For him also it is wastage. Whereas for a 25-year young man, the 4 chapatis may not be sufficient. So in that case, this is only resource distribution. The operating system never functions as a resource distributor. It functions as a resource manager. So in your house, probably your mother can allot 1 chapati to a baby, probably a 1 chapati to a 90-year-old man, some 6 chapatis to a 25-year young man. In spite of that one, 4 more chapatis could be still pending. So 1 for baby, 1 for 90-year-old man, and even if you give 6 chapatis to a young man, altogether out of 12 chapatis, you are using only 8. Still 4 chapatis are left over. So all of a sudden, a guest arrive, even their requirement can be satisfied. That is the functioning of an operating system. An operating system acts as manager of the resources, not the distributor of the resource. The second function of an operating system is command interpreter. I told earlier, operating system is an intermediary software between the user and the computer system. If the user wants to get any work from the computer, then he has to give certain commands. In the moment the command is given, the command will not directly go to the computer system. The command is first received by the operating system. Operating system analyzes whether the command is right or wrong. If the command is right, then it tells the computer system to do the corresponding task. The command itself is wrong, the operating system responds to the user that the command is bad command or the command is wrong. So the command issued by the user will be analyzed, and operating system makes the computer system to carry out the specific task mentioned in the command. So the operating system acts as interpreter of the command or command interpreter. Any computer system you take, the most important issue is security. In your computer system, you have stored so many programs. And suppose multi-users are working, then what happens is the program of one person should not be tampered, should not be destroyed by other person without his permission. So the operating system protects one user from another user in a computer system. The most important thing is first the operating system protect itself from all users. Once it is protected safely, then it tries to protect one user from another user. So security is very, very important issue, especially in a multi-user operating system. There multiple users are working and every user data, every user program, every user thing should be protected from one another. Accounts manager. In a multi-user system, many users are working. Each user utilizes different amount of resources. Then somebody must be there to keep track of which resource, which user has using, and how much amount of resource each user has consumed, how much amount of resource is left over. All things should be maintained properly. So that is generally the work of an accounts manager. An operating system acts as accounts manager also. The next function is communication. Operating system provides a means or provides a mechanism so that in a multi-user system, user can communicate with each other through the operating system. So it establishes a communication between multiple users, especially in a multi-user system. The most important function is user-friendly environment. Without the operating system, probably your computer system could have been easily used only by a technical people or those who have a strong computer knowledge. But nowadays we can see the usage of computer in everywhere. Even a layman without any computer knowledge also easily is working on the computer, especially in hotel billing, etc. Because such a user-friendly environment was created by the operating system. So these are the 5 to 6 basic functions of an operating system. One is manager of the resources. In a computer system, what happens? The resource means your printer, your plotter, your scanner, your main memory, your secondary memory, your data, everything is considered as resource. So all these resources should be managed properly so that resources should not be wasted and the resources should not be overutilized also. There must be some balance of utilization resource. So that task is taken care by the operating system. Analyzing the commands, providing security, keeping track of the utilization of the different resources, and the two operating system also maintain which resource has been allocated to which users. It provides a mechanism for communication among multiple users and provide a user-friendly environment. These are the basic functions of an operating system. Depending on the functionality, operating system is broadly classified into basically two types: single-user operating system and multi-user operating system. As a name indicates, a single-user operating system is one which allows only one person to work on a computer at a time. So no two users can work simultaneously. So it supports some of the characteristics are a single user operating system supports only one user. One example of a single user operating system is your disk operating system. Now it has been obsolete because since only one user is there, it has a limited capability because the resources cannot be shared by multiple users. But here what happens is resources are not utilized properly. Whatever resources that are available in a computer system, that has to be used by, that can be used only by single user. If that user is not in need of any particular resource, that resource cannot be given to any other person because this type of operating system support only one user. So there is an improper utilization of resources in a single user system. Since only one person is working on a computer at any time, the question of security never arises. Security is not a major issue in a single user operating system. But single user operating system has a basic function and minimum functionality. Sometimes what happens is more than one person must work on a computer simultaneously, sharing the resources. In that case, we have to go for what is known as multi-user operating system. A multi-user operating system allows multiple users. All the users need not be sitting in the same place. They might have been scattered across globally. So allows multiple users that are on different computer to access single system operating system resources. So the resources are available in one place, but that can be shared by many users. But sharing and managing of the resource is taken care by the operating system. The different users in a multi-user system are not available in a single building or a single room. They might have been scattered globally. They may be in different cities, they may be in different countries, they may be in different buildings, etc. So, but the different multiple users should be brought together through a network. So it's also called as a distributed system. A multi-user can access hardware and operating system simultaneously. In a multi-user system, what happens is there may be only one CPU. There may be only one operating system. So they are shared by multiple users. Don't assume that every computer has its own operating system. The operating system itself manages the multiple resources or multiple users. This is a diagram, this is a structure of a multi-user system. In a multi-user system, what happens is every user may be working on his own application program. But each user has their own application program. The different users are maintained or managed, taken care by single operating system. One example of a multi-user operating system is Unix or Linux. Students, in this session, we learned about what is a software, what are the different categories of software. Categories of softwares are system software and application software. Then I gave a brief introduction to operating system. What is an operating system? Why we need operating system? And what are the different functionalities of an operating system? And finally, we concluded with the different types of operating system. One is single user operating system, other one is a multi-user operating system. Based on this session, we can answer these are some of the probable review questions. Define the term program and software. You should know the difference between program and software. Software is a collection of program. Program is nothing but set of instructions. Distinguish between system software and application software. Here I can give the example also. For system software, it could be compiler, interpreter, assembler, loader, linker, etc. Application software could be MS Office, Tally, etc. Name any three system and application software. What is an operating system? It's an intermediary system software between user and computer system. Discuss the functions of an operating system. Operating system is a resource manager and justifier. But we bear in mind, operating system is not simply resource distributor, it is a resource manager. To check your level of understanding, this could be some of the probable multiple choice question. Which of the following is a multi-user operating system? We know that disk operating system, DOS, is a single user operating system. Windows 3.1 is also single user. Linux is multi-user. We can see which is the correct answer. The correct answer is C. That is, Linux is a multi-user operating system. An operating system is, there are system software, resource manager, command interpreter, all of these. So the correct answer is all of this, because it is the operating system is a system software. It manages the resources. It acts as a command interpreter. So all the three functionalities are true for operating system. Example of single user operating system. In the beginning, I gave while discussing about types of operating system. One example of a single user operating system is disk operating system. So here the correct answer is B. DOS or disk operating system. Operating system is an interface between user and dash. User and either it could be, is it user, data, computer hardware, or information? The correct answer is computer hardware, C. Example of application software. Compiler is a system software. MS Office, operating system, assembler. Operating system is a system software. Assembler is also a system software. And the correct answer will be B. Okay, friends, I'll conclude now. If you have any questions or feedback, you can call me over that number, or you can write your questions or write your queries to my mail ID also, so that in the next session, I will clear your doubts. Hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you.